there, welcome back to PleasantSims. You may notice that I have new hair. I hope you like it. I do. My name is Cindy, and on this channel, I tell stories in The Sims and help you improve your gameplay. In today's video, we're looking at the new Sims 4 expansion pack that was just announced called For Rent. From what I gather so far, For Rent will allow tenant and landlord gameplay, which is something I've always dreamed of in The Sims. I adored the apartments in The Sims 2 Apartment Life. The ability to build your own apartment buildings, move multiple families onto the same lot, and have your Sims rent instead of buy was amazing. Especially when you had Sims who couldn't afford to buy a house, like most of my broke-ass Sims after they graduate from college. Or decide to throw their lives away and live in squalor in the flop house, Bobby broke. Anyway, the one thing that was lacking in The Sims 2 Apartment Life was the ability for your Sims to actually become landlords themselves and rent to other Sims. You could do it with mods, but it was clunky and glitchy, and in my opinion, not really worth the effort most of the time. So I'm very excited to see if any of these features that I've always wanted will be included in this new pack. As always, I'll give you my 100% honest opinion on the information we have so far. Disclaimer, these will be first impressions only because at the time I'm making this video, the pack has not yet been released. I was checking out the Sims Twitter feed and I had to scroll all the way down to November 2nd, that's when this pack was first announced, and there was a trailer released. So let's check out the trailer on YouTube. Not all images appear in-game, I love that. So apparently we are getting a new neighborhood with this pack. Which is, I always love getting a new neighborhood, but I do worry that it's going to be teeny tiny and small like they usually are. It'd be nice to get a big, huge neighborhood in The Sims 4 again. So you can apparently build your own apartment lots, as you see here. And it looks like there's a lot of beautiful building materials included. You can be a property owner, be a tenant, pay those bills, Grandma. And apparently you have to deal with a lot of crap as a landlord, it looks like in this trailer. There's a snooper. You have to keep the building repaired, make sure there's water and electricity, apparently. New foods. I also see some new decor items that I don't recognize, although to be fair, I have been out of the Sims 4 loop for a while, so some of it may not be new. It's new to me. You have to tell your tenants to keep the noise down. Power outages in the buildings. So it looks like being a landlord is going to be a full-time job more than just collecting rent. It looks very pretty, just like all of The Sims 4 does. And there's going to be this night market. I saw this on Twitter where your Sims can go and buy foods and things at the night market. There's a snooper. I want to play the snooper. Oh, she's going to break into somebody's apartment and snoop around. That's kind of cool. I like that. The turlet went out. Oh, that is a gross looking toilet. Mold. Okay, I love that. Oh my god, that guy's infected with mold. He's dying of mold spores. New death. And I like the communal area, the pool, and all that. Is she bribing him? She's blackmailing him. Ooh, I like that. I like the ability to blackmail. Marbles, that's new. I mean, just like with everything when it comes to The Sims 4, it looks beautiful, it looks fun, but will it actually be when we get in there to play it? I don't know. And if you pre-order now, you can get some extra content and stuff. It is available for pre-order. So then I just wanted to kind of scroll through the Sims Twitter to see if I missed anything else related to this. Plastic chairs stun in the new night market. So they have this picture of plastic chairs. They look pretty grungy. I always appreciate more grungy stuff because sometimes I like to make my Sims poor. I don't want everything to look pristine. I want some grungy ass plastic chairs and some dirty old toilets, you know? So here's another little video that they posted on Twitter. Let's watch this together. It says MultiUnits Galore. With the new tool, you can build your next property in any livable world. Okay, so that was one thing that I worried about immediately. Is this just going to be restricted to this one neighborhood and you can only build apartments there? Because that would be such a Sims 4 thing to do. But apparently they are going to allow us to build properties in any livable world. And it says we're talking townhomes, duplexes, in-law suites, condos, dorms, and more. Dorms? For college? I hope so. All right, let's watch this little video they put on Twitter here. So this is just kind of showing okay, 2 units, different ways you could build the lots. 3 units. Oh, I love it. Building is obviously going to be fun. It always is in The Sims 4. Actual gameplay, the jury's out on that. But building will definitely be fun. And I'm sure some of the really awesome Sims 4 builders are going to come up with some amazing lots. 6 units on that. So it looks like you could do dorms if I understood that correctly. The next thing they posted on November 10th was a blog post. Become a successful property owner with the Sims 4 for rent expansion pack. Oversee multiple residential rentals as you bring neighbors together, literally. So it says experience the neighborhood as a property owner or tenant. You have to fix utilities, deal with unruly neighbors, create a community, and even manage multiple residential rentals. So it looks like you can be a landlord of more than one property. I love that idea. I would make the land grabs own everything, you know? Almost everything. Players will have the opportunity to build and create a variety of dwellings, including townhomes, duplexes, apartments, and more. Close living quarters make for some of the most harmonious relationships that will either bring the community together or drive it apart. Now answer the door and get ready to discover the drama at your doorstep. I don't know. I don't know about drama. We'll see. We'll see. So welcome to Tamarang. I really hope I'm saying that right. Welcome to the bustling city of Tamarang. That's how I'm going to say it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. A scenic world nestled in a lush tropical landscape and vibrant city skyline. In a world alive with possibilities, Tamarang breathes new life into the many stories that can be told in multifamily dwellings. I like how they're putting an emphasis on storytelling, but I can't help but be skeptical of that part. Inspired by a unique blend of tradition and modernity, Sims can immerse themselves in this Southeast Asian-inspired world and discover various new exciting community activities. So I do like the idea of a Southeast Asian-inspired world. It looks very beautiful. But, you know, The Sims 4 is a very beautiful game. Beauty does not equal substance. To reflect elements of Southeast Asian culture, the Sims team proudly collaborated with Jason Chu, an Asian-American rapper, social justice advocate, and cultural expert with family roots in Southeast Asia. That's cool. I'm glad that they're consulting with someone to kind of make this culturally appropriate. I like that. When your Sim needs a break from the hustle and bustle of a big city, they can relax in the green haven of the botanical gardens. Love a botanical garden lot. Visit an animal sanctuary or leave incense or fruit offerings at the spirit house, while child Sims can play hopscotch and marbles in the park. Always love new games for kids too. As Sims move into these new residential rentals, it's inevitable that they will get tangled up in each other's lives. From basement suites to duplexes, Sims can discover drama right at their doorstep, as they will have ample opportunity to discover each other's secrets by eavesdropping, snooping, or even breaking and entering. I do like that. That is cool. I love the fact that you can eavesdrop on your neighbors. I mean, I live in an apartment and I do it all the time. Sorry, neighbors, but I hear you out there. I hear you fighting. I hear you screaming at your children. I hear it all. We got thin walls. I wonder if it'll be like in The Sims 2 where the noise would come through the wall and you'd have to bang on the wall to get your neighbor to stop. I think they're gonna have something like that because I did see in the trailer the landlord go knock on the door and the guy's in there dancing to music. So yeah, I like that there's gonna be noise complaints. That's very realistic. And I like that you can snoop around on people. Gonna play a little busybody sim. With so much to chat about, Sims can head on over to the city's iconic night market for an evening stroll. After exploring a world aglow with lanterns, buzzing with vendors, tantalizing foods, and unique items, Sims can be inspired to eat like locals at home where they can cook dishes, including things I can't pronounce. After their meals, Sims can enjoy a Halo and a Thai iced milk tea. I want a Thai iced milk tea. I love the addition of new foods. I love cooking in The Sims 4 and I love all the different foods that you have available. That's one thing that I feel the game has always done very well. I am a little skeptical of the night market. I think it's a cool idea, but I wonder if it's going to be like when we got City Living and they had the festivals, and they were fun at first, but I guess they were kind of fun to go to a time or two, but it kind of got a little monotonous, and I don't know. I'd have to get in here and play. I don't want to shit on this. I want to have an open mind about it because I do feel like The Sims 4 has improved, especially over the past year and a half since I've come back and started playing it again. It's definitely better than it was. So I'm trying not to shit on this. I also haven't played any of the new packs. I can't help it. I've been burned too many times and I do remain skeptical. But the things that I'm reading here sound really cool. They say that they know apartments and multi-residential rentals have been highly requested by players, and they wanted to ensure that this feature offered enriched and immersive gameplay that expands on the multitude of storytelling opportunities. Now that is what I want to hear. That is music to my ears, right? I am very interested in enriched and immersive gameplay that expands on the multitude of storytelling opportunities. So I really, really hope that they focused on gameplay in this pack. I really do. The Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack introduces a new dimension to housing options, enhancing the overall depth and complexity of Sims relationships, personalities, and experiences. Simmers can build a fully customizable multi-unit dwelling where multiple Sim families can live on the same lot. This is possible in any livable Sims 4 world. Also, very cool and something that I know almost everybody has wanted. In Tamarang, these gorgeous dwellings feature versatile wooden window shades, homes on stilts near scenic beaches, as well as historic bridges. For interiors, there are traditional wood carvings and rattan furniture available alongside traditional Southeast Asian-inspired rugs, chairs, tiles, and lamps. And you already know that all that stuff's gonna be beautiful. You already know it is. Like, they do such a great job with the graphics in this game. New residential rentals allow a Sim to get creative with fully customizable multifamily dwellings. Give your Sims a basement suite to rent out. I love that idea. Like, if you had a Sim that needed some extra cash, they could rent out their basement. I wonder if you could rent rooms. Probably not. It's probably going to be more like you have to have, I honestly don't know how they're going to do it. I know in The Sims 2, you had to have like a special apartment door, probably a lot type, I would imagine. Community events like a potluck and pool parties provide the perfect opportunities for Sims to engage with their neighbors and get a sense of community within their residential rental. So property management, I'm very interested in this and like what kind of features we're going to get in this property management gameplay. So it says you can live amongst tenants or maintain separate residences while generating income from multiple property investments. Love that. Property owners may face a tenant revolt if you allow your ratings to slip too low, amongst other potential surprises, including insect infestations and challenges including mold. I love that they're adding some negative aspects, some challenges for your Sim to actually have to try and overcome. To further immerse players into the world of For Rent, Sims can gain 4 new aspirations, 5 traits, and a new fear that help create unexpected and exciting stories. I have never been a huge fan of the aspirations in The Sims 4. The fact that they're adding 4 new aspirations is great, but I have a feeling they're all going to be directly tied to apartments and like being a landlord, being a tenant, or something like that. I wish they would add more general aspirations when they add them instead of them just being only tied to the pack content. And I'm sure the traits will be the same way. Tenants can experience evictions, and as a result, fears now include a tenant being afraid of being evicted due to misbehavior. Ooh, I love that. I love that you can be evicted too. And it says, don't worry, you can always give someone a second chance. So you don't have to be an asshole and kick people out, but you can be, and that's fun. On the flip side, property managers have their own layer of responsibility. It's not all fun and games. Property owners can visit and do inspections, shore up any broken objects, including the new water heater and electrical fuse box utility objects. Yes, I love those kind of realistic objects in my game. And when I play The Sims 2, I always download a custom content water heater and electrical boxes and stuff because I just feel like it makes so much more sense. I wish we would get light switches. I don't think there are light switches in The Sims 4, like in the game. I know there are custom content, but I like to even put light switches and like electrical outlets in my Sims homes and stuff. But anyway, getting a water heater and electrical fuse box is really cool. Sims can also have aspirations to become the nosiest of Seeker of Secrets. Oh, here are the aspirations. Okay. Of Seeker of Secrets, 5-star property owner, Fount of Tamarani knowledge, or a discerning dweller. Yeah, I figured they were all going to be tied to the pack, but that's okay. I think the Seeker of Secrets one is probably going to be the most fun, in my opinion. Or maybe 5-star property owner, too. To make these communities even more interesting, Sims have 5 new traits. They can be nosy, generous, cringe, child of the village, and the elder-specific wise, as wisdom comes with age. Okay, actually good traits. Well, most of them. Nosy, generous, cringe, and wise are really cool traits. I don't know if they're going to have really cool like behavior tied to them, but I think those are good traits because those could be used for any Sims in any world. Child of the village is probably tied directly to this world, and I almost never use those. If you purchase this anytime before January 18th, you'll have access to the Street Eats digital content, which allows you to bring the night market flavor home with a grill cart, street umbrella, and fruit basket. So back to the Sims Twitter, which I'm using as my timeline for content release on this pack. They just released a new gameplay trailer for the game. This was just released 23 hours ago, so I want to go in and check this out and see what new information it gives us. Let's watch together. Is that a new plant? I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know. Oh, we're gonna get to see the families. Okay. Is that a new TV station?
My dear friends, I made this video to pass on the lessons I've learned as your humble property owner over all these years. And so that old lama Chong won't mess it all up. I may be retired, but I still know things you don't. As property owner, there's much to consider. Since you're still living here, you'll no longer pay rent. So,
Okay, that's awesome. I mean, that makes sense. If you're a property owner and you live on the lot with your tenants, you obviously don't have to pay rent to yourself. That makes sense.
adding few units to rent out to new tenants will offer additional income and help maintain your building. The better you make the units, the better the rating will be.
Okay, I want to look at this. So, all right, this is awesome. So you have this little menu over here that says unit configurations for our home, whoever lives there, and then 2 empty ones, I guess. So this is how you're going to designate. I was just talking about that. This is how you're going to designate the units.
Shared spaces for tenants to get to know each other.
Oh, and then you can have community spaces.
Important. To manage your residential rental lot, you will use this handy tool. Set parameters for each of
Okay, let's see. So you're going to be able to choose rent per day, the lease length. Oh my God, you can have a lease. That is so cool. So you get a unit rating based on size, amenities, environment, and maintenance. This is so fun because I will be able to rebuild the slummy ass flop house in The Sims 4. And that just makes me so happy. And then you can have unit rules. So like no social events, no loud noises, no trash overload, no ghosts. That's really cool. If I did the flop house, I would do maximum occupancy of like 2 per room, that kind of thing. And they would have a really low rating because they wouldn't have any amenities. This is going to be awesome. And then you could do like luxury apartments. So this part, the part of like building and setting up the lots and the rent and the lease and everything seems really fun. Will it be in practice? I don't know, but we will find out because I'm getting this pack immediately when it comes out, and I will let you know.
of your rental units, the tenant rules, length of lease, and rental rate. I'm sure you want to change on this rent as well.
Yeah. Oh, 0.
Oh, you're ready to fill your vacancies. Tenant applications show all the details of
Oh my God, tenant applications. Ah, I love that. Okay, that's awesome. Available tenants. You can see here we have an elder who wants to apply. He needs 1 bedroom and he can only pay this much rent. So this is really cool that you kind of get to screen your tenants and choose who you want to live there. And I could see, like, I wonder if you could set rules so it could be like age specific. Then you could make like retirement homes or child-free apartments and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. I'm not sure what all the unit rules are going to be, but I can also see mod creators obviously creating more unit rules for us to use. So hopefully they'll add in some things like that.
unit you are renting. The higher the unit rating, the more renters you'll attract. You can also view their details to see if they are good fit too. This reduces the level of work tenants may make for you. Relax, it's just a joke. Oh, I wish I could see your faces. Okay, now you have tenants and collecting rent. Everything's good until it's not. If someone is late on rent, you can post a rent demand.
So I like that you can deliver basically a warning or a rent demand if your Sims don't pay the rent.
You can even take their
Yeah, that's awesome. As a landlord, you can go in and suck up their stuff to pay for their rent. I love that.
And sometimes, because of unpaid bills or breaking rental rules, you'll face the hardest responsibility of property owner, eviction.
Get out. Get out, buddy.
You may have an opportunity to help someone who just needed a
Aww.
now friends.
See, I do see some real storytelling potential there, you know? And it actually looks like they put work into gameplay this time. I am getting excited to try this pack. I really am.
Please listen. My final advice. Multi-unit life will bring many funny, dramatic, and unexpected
Ooh, roaches. Yeah.
situations both tenants and property owner will have to deal with.
I love the addition of mold, too.
Your tenants need,
And insects.
then a property owner. Be the community builder. Bring people together. Through social events, share a meal. And above all else, enjoy the road ahead.
So I love the idea of having like community events and meals for everybody to share. I loved in The Sims 2 how the landlord would come and like bring a pizza and then everybody could come down and eat it. So I think that's just about all the information that we currently have about the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack. It looks fun. It really does. I've been burned before. So I always go into this with a healthy dose of skepticism, but it does look interesting and I'm definitely going to try it out and I will let you guys know if the gameplay is really as fun as it appears to be. I definitely see the possibility for some really good storytelling, especially with the Sims being able to get evicted or being able to have a second chance. I really love that kind of stuff. It's realistic and it makes for interesting stories where everything's not just perfect all the time. I see like more negative consequences being added and that makes me happy. Also, the ability to rebuild the flop house from The Sims 2, like it's a must. I want to hear all of your opinions about this. What do you think about it so far? Do you think it looks fun and interesting? Are you going to buy the pack? Do you think it's going to be lame and sucky? Like, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions in the comments. And I especially want to hear from my Sims 2 players who loved apartment life as much as I did. What do you think about this Sims 4 expansion? I'm both skeptical and hopeful at the same time personally. But definitely let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And also leave in the comments if there's anything else that you would like me to react to from the last year and a half. I'm getting caught up on everything. I think next is probably going to be Growing Together because I'm excited for that when everybody keeps telling me how much I'm going to like it. And I'm really excited to try it out. All right, y'all. Thanks again for watching. My name is Cindy and I will see you with a new video very soon. Bye.